Hello everyone, this is Nunu from freeemptyserver.net, and today on this first video we are going to set up our development environment so you can get started creating your own Minecraft plugins. By the end of this video you should be able to build a jar file that will load into your Minecraft server. It won't do anything as of yet because we don't have any features coded yet, but in the next videos we will start to explore the Spagett and Spagett APIs to actually add some functionality to our plugin. During this series, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll try to answer on the next videos. All source code we create on this series will be available on GitHub, and I will be adding a link to the repository in the description. So the first thing we're going to need will be the Java SDK. Here I will be using SDK 8 because this computer is an old computer that has Java 8 in it, but if you have Java 11 or other version, you can use that version. As long as this version matches the version on your computer and on your server, you should be fine. So just pick a version, go to the website and download the one for your operating system and for your processor architecture. So in my case it will be Java for Windows x64. I have downloaded it already, so just going to install it like any regular program. Double click, next. So we have Java SDK installed now. The next thing we are going to need will be our IDE, that stands for Integrated Development Environment, and in this case I will be using IntelliJ IDEA. You'll probably be using the Community Edition. It's the free version and does everything you need for developing Minecraft plugins. I will be using the Ultimate one because I have a license for other stuff, so but it's the same thing. I would recommend though you use the Toolbox app instead of downloading from here. Download the Toolbox app. This is basically an app they have with all their products, and this will auto update your everything from JetBrains that you install. I would recommend you install this, open the Toolbox, find IntelliJ IDEA Community and press the install button, and that's basically it. You will have IntelliJ IDEA installed. The next and last thing we are going to need will be Apache Maven. Maven is a dependency manager, so let's say your plugin needs Spagett. You will declare that your plugin needs Spagett, and Maven will automatically get Spagett and anything that Spagett needs to work. So it will get your dependencies and Spagett dependencies all in one place, so you don't have to manually install and keep everything updated. You can build Minecraft plugins without using Maven, but it will be a pain to keep everything updated. So the first thing we need before we download Maven is to set the Java home environment variable on your computer so Maven can know where Java is. So to do this we are going to search for environment and we get indeed environment variables. You go here and we are going to add a system variable that is named Java_home, and the value will be the path to where we have the JDK installed. For this we go here, we have to find where do we have the JDK installed. So JDK, here it is. So we are just going to open this, copy, paste this here. And now we can see that we have Java home here. Now we are going to download Maven. So we go for the binary zip archive. So this one here should do it. Now that we have downloaded it, we're just going to open the zip file, and we are going to extract this file somewhere in our computer. I would recommend you go somewhere like here, create a folder so you don't get everything mixed up, and just drag this here. Okay, now we have Maven on our computer. Now we need to do the same thing with the environment variable again, but this time we're going to add as Maven home, and we'll point it to this folder. So I'm just going to copy this and go again to environment variables, dit, new environment variable. This time it will be named Maven underscore home with the path to our Maven install. Oh, I forgot one thing that we also need to do here. We need to add Maven to our path. So we go here and we are going to add also we are going to add Java that I forgot to add before. Java underscore home, and we need to do /bin, lowercase bin. I'm just going to copy and paste this, add a new one, paste it again, and do the same for Maven home. So now we should have Java and Maven installed and working. The best way to know if we have Maven and Java working is to go to PowerShell and do Java version. We have Java 8 version working, and for Maven we do nvn version. And we have Maven installed. So we should be ready to go in anything that relates to Maven and Java. So now that we have Java, SDK and Maven installed, we can get started with our first plugin. So we are going to open IntelliJ IDEA. I'm here using the Ultimate version, but you can use your community version, it will work the same way. And now we just have to wait for it to load. So after our IntelliJ IDE opens, and before we start to actually create a plugin, I will just leave some recommendations of plugins you can install. You don't have to, they are not needed to develop Minecraft plugins, but they can help a lot. So we have rainbow brackets. This plugin will make the color of the brackets match each other, like if this bracket corresponds to this one, it will have the same color. This is good when you have an error and you're trying to find out where you have a bracket missing or something like that. We also have this Minecraft development plugin. It is specifically to Minecraft plugins, and it basically will have some autocomplete features and will know some bucket classes that it will not know otherwise. And Code Glance. This plugin basically has a minimap of your code in the right side of the screen. It will including display highlight errors on that minimap. So now to actually create your project, we are going to create project. We are going to select a Maven project. Next, and the group now you have to get something written in here. So the group ID will be like your domain name or your personal name if you don't have a domain. I will be using net.freemcserver, and the artifact ID is the name of the plugin, so it will be net.freemcserver.tutorial. Version number, you don't have to worry about that now, but we can leave it like that one, or you can do like this. Doesn't really matter at this point. This is the name of the project, and this will be where the project files will be. Now we create our project. Now I don't want any tips. So it automatically opened this pom.xml file. This will be the basic configuration for Maven and where you're going to declare dependencies. So the first thing we need to do, it is still installing some dependencies here, but we can let it running. First thing we're going to need to do is to declare the Spagett dependency, so we have access to APIs of Spagett, Bucket, and even if you want to do Bungee Core plugins or Forge, you'll need to declare those, but they are not the target for this video. We'll be focusing on Spagett plugins. So we are going to Google for Spagett Maven. So we get to this documentation page on Spagett that will give you the configuration for the Spagett Maven repository and dependencies. So we are going to copy this here, and on your pom.xml inside the project, you are going to paste this. This will declare the Spagett repository, so Maven knows where to look for Spagett. And now we need to declare dependencies, and one dependency that is this dependency here. Inside the project too, and we don't need this API here. You can keep this here. It won't break it, but it will make your plugin smaller if you do it this way. Now we're going to do import changes, so it installs stuff from Spagett. If it does not pop up this window here, don't worry, when you try to build a plugin, it will download anything it's missing. But if we do it beforehand, we can have the autocomplete working better. I have also some extra configurations I'm going to add here. I'll just paste them and explain it, but I will leave a link to this in the video description. But I'm just going to paste this here and tell you what it does. So basically this is a build import changes again, because these changes I made, but basically this is build config. It will make your plugin have this name here, FMCS tutorial. When you build the jar, it will be named FMCS tutorial. So I had to add this to version 3.11 because it was defaulting to a version that does not exist, but you won't have this problem because the version that I will leave in the description will already have this thing here. So now we need to create a file called plugin.yml. This plugin.yml is basically the bucket config, so that Bucket, Spagett, or wherever will read to know info about your plugin. And this plugin we create into the src folder. We right click, new file, and you name it plugin.yml. Now inside this file we have some specific values you can set so Bucket knows information about your plugin. So we can have name tutorial, this will be the name of the plugin. We can have other. Oh, you saw this autocomplete here. This autocomplete is coming from that that Minecraft development plugin. Other, you can make my name, version. This is version 1.0. Main will be the main class of our plugin. I will just come back to this in a little bit. And description will be our plugin description. So this is a plugin for our tutorial. And here in main, we're going to change it to package. And you see that this file is no longer showing, but you are going to create a directory that is named name. Nope, not a directory. We need to create a Java package. Java package. this will be, we can create it from a class and then change the class into a package, but I usually name it main class so I can easily find it. I'm going to create this here, then create a package. This will be net.freemcserver dot, and the name of this, that is tutorial. Now I'm going to move this in here, and on our plugin a main will be net.freemcserver.tutorial. This is the package that we just created. This package here .main. It is the name of this file in here. Okay, now that we have this, we're going to make extends Java plugin. This is basically to import Bucket and Spagett functionality into this Java class. We will get back into this specific thing in the later video, but this should be enough to get us a plugin that will load on our Minecraft server. It will basically just tell you that tutorial has loaded. So to build our plugin, since we are using Maven, we are going to use this button here, this Maven button. Open this lifecycle, and we're going to run this package here. If everything goes well, it should compile without any error. And something blew up. What is blowing up here? So it turns out that my Maven was trying to use Java 6 for some reason, and since I don't have Java 6, it was crashing. So basically I had to install this plugin here, just copy pasting this here and set it to use Java 1.8. So it's Java 8. You're probably not going to face this issue. I have no idea why this happened, but if you do, this code will be on the description too. And just before we build a plugin, I need to move these to the right place because I just now noticed I placed it in the wrong place. This should be inside the Java folder outside of the package. At least that's how it is going to work in theory. So let's package it again. So it was built to this folder here. I'm just going to copy this in here and go to my desktop, my test server. Then I'm going to open a new window in here and paste this. So plugins in here. So also, just in case you don't know, when you right click you don't have anything here to open on a terminal, but you do if you hold Ctrl and Shift while you right click, it will give you the open PowerShell window here. So if you want to open a command line on a folder, you can just do it this way instead of having to navigate to the folder. So Java jar Spagett, not Spagett.iml, Spagett 114.jar. So if everything goes well, our plugin should load. If something is broken, well, we are going to see an error and see how to fix it. So invalid plugin.yml. So probably the plugin YML was on the right place and I changed it back. So let's going to stop our server and let's go get the plugin IML into the right place again. I just need the server to actually start so I can stop it. Okay, I'm just going to stop. And with Maven, this should be here. I was one place above where it should be. You can see now the Minecraft plugin has at the Spagett icon here, so it should work now. Let's build it again. is built on the same path. So we are going here and we're going to copy this file here. Plugins are going to delete the old one just to make sure. Paste the new one. Go to a PowerShell and start our server again. And now hopefully it will load. Okay, now as you can see here, our plugin has loaded. Where is it? It was here somewhere. I saw it here. Tutorial loading tutorial 1.0. So this has loaded, our plugin is loading, and it's ready to add more functionality. So on the next video we will look into printing stuff to the console and on getting and binding two events, so we can know like when a player placed a block on the floor and show a message on the console when that event happens. So subscribe to the channel, and we will soon have a new video on creating your own Minecraft plugin.